So, good day again, everyone. So, this will be the pre-lab discussion for Excerpt 2, which is your specific gravity. So, your specific gravity is one of the physical properties being tested for the identification of your fats and oils. So, this may be determined using the pycnometer method. So, in our lab, ito talaga yung ginagawa natin, yung pycnometer method. So, what we do is we get the ratio of the weight of the fat and oil to that of water at the same temperature. So, if the working temperature sa lab ay 25 degrees Celsius, dapat kunin natin yung weight of fats or oil at 25 degrees Celsius as well as the weight of water at the same temperature, which is 25 degrees Celsius. So conceptually, the ratio of the density of a substance to that of another standard substance at the same temperature. So yung standard substance na ginagamit natin ay water. Okay? So water, so dapat siya ay previously boiled and cooled as to remove the dissolved gases present in your water. So yung mga dissolved gases kasi may contribute to the weight of your water as you do the specific gravity, no? So, yung mga nakapag-Chem 111.1 na dito, so they know that they have to boil the water to remove the dissolved gases. Okay? And the working temperature for fats should be 40 degrees as to liquefy it. And for oils naman ay 25 degrees Celsius. Okay? So, what is the apparent or the pertinent equation that will be used? So, first, the apparent specific gravity. So, actually, kukunin lang yung ratio ng density. So, ang kinukuha natin ay ratio ng density, no? Ng ating substance and ng ating standard substance, which is your water. And since during using pycnometer method, we use the same pycnometer. Okay? So, I assume you have already viewed the video linked to our course site about the proper usage of a pycnometer and how to get the specific gravity using pycnometer. So essentially, what we do is, kung yung ginamit natin pycnometer sa water, yun din yung pycnometer na gagamitin natin sa oil. Okay? And since using this formula, since the same yung pycnometer na gagamitin, we can cancel out the volume of pycnometer here as to get the apparent specific gravity at 25 degrees Celsius for both oil and water just to be equal to the mass. So, ratio na lang siya ng mass ng oil and ng mass ng water. Okay? So, take note that density is a function of temperature, meaning that density may vary depending on the temperature of the environment. So, if specific gravity of oil or fat is determined at temperatures other than 25, so ito yung applicable sa ating fats, di ba? Kasi ang working temperature ng fats ay around 40 degrees as to melt them. So, in here, ang working temperature ng oil ay 25. So, approximate specific gravity may be calculated as follows. So, you may use this formula where G, 25 degrees by 25, is a specific gravity at 25 degrees Celsius. Then the G prime is the specific gravity at actual temperature. So, if you work higher than 25, so ito yung gagawin natin specific gravity for that. Okay? And meron tayong correction. By correction, we meaning, meron tayong mean correction for 1 degree Celsius. Okay? So, 0.00064 yung ginagamit natin. Then, i-multiply natin siya dun sa temperature na ginamit natin for working temperature for the determination of specific gravity, yung G prime natin. So, if our G prime is determined at 30 degrees Celsius, so 30 ito. So, yung T natin dito ay 30 degrees. So, you don't need to convert it to Kelvin since ang ating other unit or digit ay naka-degree Celsius din naman. Okay? So, next is, what is specific gravity? So, this is a physical property that is a constant value to the substance as long as it is fresh. Specifically or more particularly dun sa ating oil. So, kung yung oil natin ay fresh, so, malapit siya dun sa constant value ng specific oil na yon. For example, palm oil or canola oil. Yung mga oil na yon, you may get the specific gravity na malapit doon if fresh yung sample natin. Meaning to say, it can be readily affected by the following factors. So, we have age, rancidity, and any special treatment of oil. So, pwede magkaroon ng adulteration. So, itong adulteration ay na-encounter nyo na sa exercise 1 dun sa ating chemical microscopy. So, what do we mean by this? Okay? So, yung specific gravity na pwede nating makuha may be different from what we expect. For example, we tested a coconut oil. So, alam mong coconut oil yon. Pero as you test for specific gravity, iba yung value niya na nakukuha compared dun sa theoretical value. So, yung value na yon ay may be affected by the following factors that we have mentioned here. So, we have age, we have rancidity, or yung medyo hindi na maganda yung quality ng oil. Or it can be due to the adulteration. So, hindi pwede palang mixture siya of different oil. Okay? So, what are the factors affecting specific gravity? So, we have the chain length. So, as mentioned from our introduction to fats and oils, the chain length may vary depending on the saturation of our fatty acid. Kapag unsaturated siya, may mga double bonds, so mas maikli yung bond length ng ating mga carbon-carbon double bond compared to carbon-carbon sigma bond. Okay? So, yung ating chain length ay the specific gravity increases with increasing number of odd short chain fatty acid molecules. Okay? And hence, the greater the number of short chain fatty acids, the greater the number of fatty acid molecules per unit volume. So, kapag mas marami yung mga short chain, yung mga unsaturated nga, so pwedeng mas marami o mas maging dense yung ating tawag dito, ang ating fatty acid or oil. Okay? So, kapag mas dense siya, so mas bibigat siya, 'di ba? And by then, mas tataas yung kanyang specific gravity compared dun sa long chain fatty acid. Next factor that we have is a degree of unsaturation. So, as mentioned, tumataas yung specific gravity kapag tumataas din yung degree of unsaturation. Kasi nga, lumiliit yung bond length ng ating carbon-carbon double bond compared sa carbon-carbon sigma bond. And by this, we have a more compact molecules due to short bond length. Then, by oxidation, we have oxidation of unsaturated fatty acid. So, yung mga unsaturated fatty acid natin ay prone to oxidation. So, by oxidation, we add oxygen to the structure. So, mas mabigat naman yung oxygen kaysa sa hydrogen na mare-replace, di ba, during oxidation. So, ibig sabihin nun, since mas bibigat siya, mas magiging dense siya. So, as we get the specific gravity, so ang specific gravity ay ratio ng density of oil to the density of water. So, tumataas yung value ng numerator natin. So, tumataas yung value of specific gravity natin. Okay? So, the oxidation involves bond breaking and production of short-chain fatty acids. Okay? So, the data are already included in your course site. So, I think we may include or we may use the same assignment of unknown to our student as we did in the chemical microscopy. Kasi yun yung student 1, siya pa rin yung student 1 for Exer 2. Okay? And I think this will be followed until to the succeeding part of our exercises. So, in here, I will end the discussion for the prelude of your Exer 2 in Chem 131. And if you have questions, i-raise natin yan mamaya or sa ating consultation hours. Okay? So, thank you for listening.